The gridirons around Mishawaka. This is 16 Sports Extra, brought to you by Monteith's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
Welcome into 16 Sports Extra. I'm Jackson Neal. That's Sabrina Hoover. And Sabrina, it's the second to last week of the regular season for football here in Indiana. That means conference title races.
Can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
Especially in the Northern Lakes Conference, where Mishawaka entered tonight undefeated in conference play, and Plymouth was 2 games behind and needed a much-needed win right here. Okay, this one started out kind of slow. Not a lot of action to begin with these two teams, but one guy was looking to change that. Caden O'Neill up the middle and in for 6, and after a whole lot of nothing between the Cavemen and Rockies, Mishawaka finds the end zone first to make it 7-0. And that was actually the score at halftime, believe it or not. But now here in the third, Landon Snyder, can always trust him with the football. He's in to add to the scoreboard here, 14-0 Cavemen. And this Plymouth team did have some good defensive plays. Adam Hanley said to me before this game, contain guys like Snyder, and Brady Kaufman showed that huge stop right there for the defense. But when Snyder gets momentum, you better watch out. He's into the end zone to now make it 21-0. So after a slow start in the first half, the Cavemen woke up in the second and made some big plays on defense for the 28-0 victory.
I think people that don't know anything about football just thought and assumed that we were going to just show up and win by 6-7 touchdowns. That's not the way it works. Like, we got to play. We got to figure out how to play better on the road, how to start better on the road. We didn't get off to a great start again, and eventually that's going to hurt us.
Yeah, huge win right there for the Cavemen. But we had some other conference matchups tonight as well.
And one guy that knows a lot about football, Keith Kinder.
Exactly.
All right, well, how about the battle for South Bend bragging rights? A couple South Bend matchups tonight, including Riley hosting Adams. Adams looking to get to 500 on the season with a win tonight against their rival. This one was a defensive battle. Eagles trying to run the football in the second half, down 8-3, but oh no, the ball's forced out. Riley recovers. Wildcats defense holding strong. Later in the third quarter, let's go. Adams has the ball again. This time, they won it all on this play. A deep throw, but Jameer Jackson, something in the name right there. He picks it off. The senior defensive back gets a good return. That sets his team up with good field position, but both defenses weren't letting anything go tonight. Riley trying to throw now, and the pressure is there. Lamar Shaw drops the QB for a sack. The Eagles, they come back to win 10-8. They're 4-4 on the season.
What a score right there. Over to Marian, where they look to pull off the upset over Elkhart at home. First half, and the Knights are getting on the board. Hand off to Terrence Lane. He gets to the edge and in for the score. Marian gets a touchdown from the senior. How about that? But then Elkhart's defense is coming up big. The throw across the middle, tip drill. It's Josiah Gladden coming down with the interception, and Lions are set up with good field position. And after that, they are throwing it. Micah Gerald evading pressure and actually just running instead. Gets to the outside, is all the way down to the 1-yard line on the scramble, and that sets up Alfonso Newborn with the run up the middle. He gets across through all those players. Touchdown Elkhart. And the Lions ended up scoring big. Gerald able to air it out this time. He connects with his receiver Darren Bowe. Elkhart wins 59-14 here.
Let's come back here in South Bend. Undefeated St. Joe making the quick trip over to School Field. They're taking on Washington. First quarter, the Huskies, they're running the football and doing it pretty effectively. Handing up to David Waite. He's not waiting. Picks up a chunk of yards to get them into the red zone. And a couple plays later, Dallas Downey comes around on the jet sweep. St. Joseph strikes first with a 7-0 lead after that run from the senior. And Downey, well, he's scoring again a little bit. This time catching a ball from QB Anthony Gooby. Huskies are up double digits. He's making tons of big plays for his team. Later in the first now, St. Joe, they're trying to throw this football again. Gooby rolling out to his right, but it doesn't go as well this time. All the way downfield, picked off by my guy, Jaden Lineberry, always making big plays. In the end, though, St. Joe stays undefeated, 42-12.
Yeah, you love him. The NIC's other undefeated team, Penn, hosting New Prairie here. First half, Penn in front, and they are driving. Landon Hall throws downfield. Brayson Hurley goes up to get that one. What a catch across the middle. Now the Kingsmen are running it up the middle. It's Jaden Parker. Fights through a crowd of players to get it all the way down to the 1-yard line. Then it's only right he finishes it off. Jumps over the line. The ball pops out, but don't worry, he crossed the plane. So that's a touchdown. And Penn absolutely rolled tonight in this game as they win big 49-0. And with that win, now Penn and South Bend St. Joseph are both undefeated and tied for first in the NIC, and they'll face off again. Face off next week for the conference title. I'm looking forward to that one.
I can't wait for that matchup. But we still have to recap the rest of the action from this week. More highlights and scores coming up next. But first, your lottery numbers. Good luck.